Hi folks, welcome back. So just wanted to make a very quick video because I think LLMs are now beginning to eat biz logic. And I know a while ago this clip from Satya Nadella went viral where he was saying that SaaS CRUD apps are on their way out because AI agents will take over all this logic. And to be honest, I sort of kind of saw it, but I thought this is the typical tech CEO visionary stuff that might be a few years out. But then I recently started playing with O3, OpenAI's new reasoning model, and I threw a few queries at it where previously I would have had to write Python scripts to accomplish the same thing. So this kind of a query is an example of a task where I actually did write a Python script to do exactly this. And I bet tons of other developers have a very similar script where they fetch Hacker News articles and comment threads and pass it into an LLM to get a summary. And Hacker News even has an API that will let you get at all that info. But I gave this query straight to ChatGPT o3, and it accomplished the same thing purely with its reasoning. So if you look at its chain of thought, it's thinking through the task I gave it. It's going through the front page of Hacker News. It sees it has 30 items to work through. Each of them has a link to a comment page. And then if you follow this thinking trace, you'll see how it's basically just iterating through each story and each associated comment thread. And then it gives me this answer as a table. It loves tables, by the way. It makes very, very heavy use of tables. And so there you have all stories on the Hacker News front page with a short summary of the story and a short summary of the associated comment thread. And I can ask follow-on questions like, tell me about the stories that talk about AI and LLMs. Or I can ask it to give me more detail about a specific story. So anyway, that whole example just finally made the coin drop in my head because this was a real example where I had an old-fashioned program, old-fashioned code to accomplish a task, and that entire task can now be accomplished by a natural language request. So yes, it looks like the LLMs are beginning to eat business logic. And no, I don't think it's going to eat all business logic. Maybe the code that's adding up the numbers for your bank account, not that kind of business logic. But then there is a lot of other business logic in enterprises, which changes very frequently, and where the encoding of it in software, even though it's deterministic software, is imperfect and incomplete at best. And I can definitely see a lot of that kind of biz logic going into instructions in natural language like this. All right, thanks. Bye.